Hey guys, it's us again, and this is just kind of a odd, maybe how-to tutorial. My husband wanted a dripper, and before we went out and bought the the Igo W's, he figured out a way that he could take his Orchid clone and turn it into sort of a makeshift dripper.
This is a V4 clone, to be clear. To be more clear, I believe it's a V4. Every picture I've seen of a V4 looks just like it. So
feel free to correct us if you know anything different. So
the clones are kind of confusing, in my opinion. But anyway, I haven't quite perfected this yet. Still kind of working on it. But anyway, take the drip tip off, set that aside. And anybody who has an Orchid, you know it's got three sections. You got this metal section here, plastic, and another metal section, and then the top cap and the base, the deck. What I've done is I've taken this top cap off, taken one of the metal sections off. If I can unscrew that sucker. I will say this about this clone. It's pretty good quality. I mean, the threads are really nice and smooth. They're tight fitting. So you've got one metal section and the clear plastic section taken off, and set that aside. Take off your chimney. And then replace one of the metal sections. And I've noticed that when, I don't have a little screwdriver, but when I wick it, you see you got that little step in the bottom where the juice well would be if the tank were on. The stuff you're cutting down in there, you can actually put more juice in there. Put a little pool of juice down in here, and it'll wick up to the coil. Works quite nice if you build it properly.
So you can show them how it hits.
I need some juice too in my device. Wasn't really prepared for all of this, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, here is screwdrivers. We just got
I was fiddling around with my Igo.
and some Carolina's Finest Drunken Butter.
Like I said, just kind of stuff the juice down in there. Cotton, whatever. As you can see, I've got it between the actual deck and between the deck and where the chimney would screw on in your juice reservoir.
He's going to use my E-leaf to demonstrate because my E-leaf has more voltage.
And that top cap will screw on to that attached metal piece. It doesn't sit quite flush, but it's not ugly, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it actually kind of fits in with the rest of the design of the top cap. Let me put some juice in there right quick.
That might be helpful, dear.
It's got juice in it, but I hit a dry hit earlier and it was terrible. Kind of thought I was going to throw up. Pretty disgusting, not going to lie. And with this here, you can fill up between the cotton, give you a little bit longer lasting between drips, you know.
Try to stay in frame, dear.
My wife's kind of bossy, I'm sorry.
You know, at some point we do have to turn the camera off, right?
Kind of get that bad boy on there. There we go. Alright, replace the drip tip. I'm gonna turn this little sucker as high as it can go, which is apparently at 12.1 watts. That's stupid.
That's odd. Anyway, just show them what it does at that one.
Alright, 12 watts, 5.5 volts. It hits pretty nice. I still hit it right here. Let me try it one more time. Oh man, that's nasty.
The joys of videos.
Unrehearsed videos at that.
Mm-hmm. One thing's for sure, you'll never see a scripted video by us.
Yeah, probably not. We don't have time for that.
Oh. But at least you know you'll have the real story, not something that we made up and wrote down to try to fool you.
Yeah. And we're too lazy to do double takes. Just saying.
Pretty much.
I mean, it hits just like if it was on a tank. If it was an Orchid tank, you know what I'm saying?
You want to tell them about the air hole, what you do with the tape?
Yeah, when I'm running in single call mode, which I have to do on my MVP, because I don't have enough power to hit dual calls for my kind of ramp up time that I like, you know. So I've just been putting a piece of tape on those air holes, whichever one isn't directly under the call.
See if I can beat them.
Now, like I said, I haven't really perfected this. I'm gonna cut down this chimney. I don't know if you can see that little line in there, but I'm gonna cut it down to about that, and put that sucker on there. See if that improves the flavor a little bit. And once we do that, I will try to post it somewhere, either in a video or Instagram or Facebook or whatever you cats are doing.
And again, this isn't us saying, hey, go buy an Orchid clothing, cut it up and take it apart and make your own dripper. This is just something that my husband was fiddling with because he wanted a dripper and we didn't have one. So he figured out a way to turn what he had into what he wanted.
And if you build it right, it's actually very nice. I take this thing to work with me. I don't have any problems at all. Unless I don't wick it properly, obviously. But if anybody has an Orchid out there knows it can kind of be kind of a hassle to fill it up and all that on the go anyway. When I'm at home, I can fill it up pretty easy. I don't really get that many problems out of it. But. Alright, this is going to be 11 watts on my MVP 2. Like I said, it's hitting solid, man. It's pretty good flavor. Not as good as it being a tank, but like I said, I'm gonna cut this chimney down, see if it helps anything, and I'll let you know. All right, thanks guys. Y'all have a good one.
One more thing before we go. Be sure to add us on Facebook, just under the name Reckon Vapes, RCANVAPES. And keep an eye out on that page because once we hit to 100 Facebook friends, we're going to do another video announcing a very, very special giveaway. And then once the video announcing the giveaway reaches 1,000 views and shares, or shares, not really sure yet, we'll announce the winner. So make sure you find us on Facebook. Again, it's RCANVAPES, Reckon Vapes. We're also on Twitter at Reckon Vapes. Same thing, and the same thing is on Instagram as well. So yeah, find us on all those sites and feel free to subscribe. And as usual, we are Reckon Vapes. Vape on. Good night.